Proto Dye Switch fan build part 3. This is a 3-section video. The first part is going to be me sitting here rambling like an idiot during the introduction. I apologize if I seem exasperated. I've already recorded this video like 15 times only to have something go wrong. Either my phone didn't record it, the webcam sped the video up too much, or something else went on. In fact, you're actually going to see a fine demonstration of what my computer was doing during the actual third section of this video, which is for the build. There's not going to be any audio with it. I apologize. Like I said, there was audio to go with it, but the video was like double the frame rate that it was supposed to be. I don't know what caused it. I'm going to have to research that. So I'm redoing this video on my webcam, or the introduction, which was also screwed up, on my cell phone, actually, not my webcam, because it's webcam that's screwing up. Second section of the video just shows you what tools I was using during the build. Third section, you're going to see me light up my butane not lighter, but my soldering iron. Let it heat up, tin the tip a little bit. Then you're going to see me strip the wires on the actual fan, as well as on the 9-volt connector. Then I'll do you'll see me do a axial splice where I take the two wires, lay them next to each other, do a twist to wrap them around each other, and then solder them together. I missed the heat shrink on one, as you can see. I got the other one. I even called this in the original recording, but it's not working because of the video speed. If anyone's interested, I'll put up the audio, but really it doesn't do you much good. I'll fix this with just some plain old-fashioned electrical tape. The fan does work. I didn't have to, but I did remove the third wire, which is used for recording the fan speed, or for reporting the fan speed, to the motherboard and BIOS and CPU and all that stuff. Useful for overclockers, but not useful for my application, so it got heat shrunk so that hopefully it doesn't electrocute me later. Third part of the video has me clicking my trackball a couple times, doing a hyper fast build of soldering job, and build on the fan. I'll get part 4 of this series up later this week, before my next Airsoft game. And with that, I think this is actually all recorded, all done, and just about set to go out the door with some mixing. So I apologize if I seem really exasperated. I'm just very frustrated with how this entire record process has gone today. But things happen. It's just bugs to work out. I'll get them worked out. And I'll hopefully be doing more build videos in the future. I've got some really nice plans coming up. A little bit of robotics maybe. Some furniture works, stuff like that. If you guys have any questions, want any more information, let me know. Thank you to Blue Microphone for the microphone. I bought it, but so far it works great. Some minor issues with it. Managed to get those worked out because of all the recording difficulty that I was having earlier today. So thanks, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video here. Okay, guys, so this is section 2 of the video. You can see here my Blue Microphone, which I use for recording my Kelvin and Hobbs and my entire mess of a workstation. Sorry, that wasn't actually anything that I'd planned on including, but it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. Anyways, so we have solder, my lighter, heat shrink tubing, my portable soldering iron, wire strippers, and solder wick. Solder, I'm using, what is this, 84 flux, 22 gauge, yada yada yada, silver 60, I think that's silver, PB 40, solder, from MG Chemicals. There are reasons for certain mixes of chemicals. I usually don't worry about it too much. As long as I get a good weld and it's not costing me an arm and a leg, I'm good to go. There's silver solder that's usually used for jewelry. Obviously, I'm not going to be using it for this because it's way too expensive. The lighter is actually for lighting the butane torch and for the heat shrink tubing to get it to shrink. If you're wondering why this looks a little weird and why there's already a built fan up on my workstation, I'm having to record this, and that pause was because I wasn't certain whether I was recording this or not, due to all the recording difficulties I've been having today. Heat shrink tubing, like I said, that goes on your joints, like I said in part 1, and like you'll see in part 3. I goofed, I forgot to put the heat shrink tubing on there. I actually called it when I was getting set to do everything. My bad, I'll get it fixed later. Portable soldering iron. These things are awesome. You do have to check the fluid level. You'll see me actually do that in the video as well, and try to explain it to you guys, but there's no audio with the video. These don't look like your standard wire cutters, or wire strippers. You're right, they're not. They're an automated pair. They kick ass. This pair is made by PYT. I think it's made by PYT. You can find them in Fry's Electronics. They're like $10. And what you do is you actually put the wire in here where my fingernail is, which I would not normally do, but since I'm not actually stripping my finger, it's okay. You set how much wire you think you're going to need for your joint. Here, by moving this little tab, it takes a little bit of finger work that I don't have the leverage for right now because I'm holding this thing. Wire gauge thickness is controlled by this little knob up here. You twist it one way, the jaws open up wider. You twist it the other way, they get smaller together. I have fairly small wire on the fan, so I had to set it pretty thin. This is actually a pair of wire cutters. They're actually really good. You can also use them to trim the that stuff. The heat shrink tubing, not a big deal though. Scissors will also work just as well for that. Finally, is this stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to fish this up. It's super wick, soldering wick. You use this for pulling excess solder off of joints, or if you're desoldering stuff and you don't have a solder sucker, which mine is currently AWOL, you can use this stuff to actually remove all of the excess solder, which you can see I did during the project for one of the actual joints. It actually uses a capillary effect plus flux to help draw the solder away from the surface. It's kick-ass stuff. If you don't have any, definitely helpful with your soldering projects and any other electronics projects. With that, I think we're just about done. So I'll bump you over to part 3. Like I said before, no audio. I'm sorry. But I don't have time to fix it right now. I hope this comes out perfectly. Or, well, better than everything else has so far today. And we'll catch up with you guys soon.